Hello, welcome to whatever day number we are on the 12 days of Christmas. Hope your Christmas has been all right. Hope your digestion or your indigestion has settled down. So these 12 days we're just kind of pausing just briefly for a short time. We're not doing the half-hour prayer sessions that we do regularly. They'll start again in the new year proper. But just over these 12 days to mark each day of Christmas, we're stopping just for 5-10 minutes or so with different things each day. But today we are actually going to pray. So just before Christmas, we did something called divine seeing. And in a couple of minutes, I'm going to re-explain what divine seeing is. But it's a 5 minute, the way we do it here at the moment, a 5 minute prayer exercise where you stop, you look at a picture and you use that picture to take you into prayer. So give it a go. It's kind of nice. Nice way of doing it. Divine looking. The first one is like all the other divines, where you just absorb everything. You just take the whole thing in. You hear the reading, or you sense what's going on around you, or you listen to the music. You just look at the whole thing. Just soak it up. And the second movement is when you kind of start saying, well, what stood out? What did I notice? So you kind of revisit that initial encounter and you say, what have I noticed? What stood out? What did I think? What thoughts came into my head? What feelings did I have? What kind of arose within me? What memories? So it's a way of kind of making a note, right? There was two or three or one. That's what struck me during that time. That's the second movement. It's quite simple. The third movement is you then have a conversation with God. You talk. So you say to God, what are you saying to me through that? Why did you show me that? So that's the kind of the work that you do then. You say, why was that drawn out of me? Why did I feel that when I saw that picture? Why did I remember that? What do I think God is saying to me through this? So we're using something else so God can kind of sidle around our defences, because we know what we want God to say to us, don't we? We've kind of already decided, because we know what God's like. We know what we want out of life. But using something like this kind of sidesteps our defences. And then the fourth movement, after that conversation with God, is just to sit back and digest what we've taken. And it's to remind ourselves we're not here to achieve anything. We haven't got a tick list of things we have to do or things we have to learn. The whole point of it is to spend some time with God. And even if you feel at the end of it, well, I didn't get anything out of that. You're not here to get anything out of it. You're here to sit with me, like me, sit with God and let God do something with us. So let's give it another go. So for the first movement, just take in the whole image. See what kind of draws your interest, but continue to look at the whole image. Just take in every part of it, every corner, every fold, every part of it. And you can close your eyes and rest, if you like, and then revisit. So just draw the image in. What thoughts come to your mind? The colours and the textures. And just notice these responses. You don't have to do anything with them. And now you meditate, which means you just kind of take in and consider what stood out for you. So you notice what emotions you felt, what your responses were, whether you liked it, whether you didn't like it, what caught your eye, and just kind of hold those for now. You'll be discussing in a few moments perhaps why. But just hold those images or those thoughts or those feelings that came about when you first saw the image. For the third movement is that conversation with God. Why is that? Why did that arise? What is God trying to say to you? What is God suggesting to you? What's the Spirit whispering to you as you consider this image? Just have a conversation with God about this. The final movement is then to sit back and just digest what you've just considered, what you've thought, what you think perhaps God has said to you. You don't have to do anything or assess how successful this has been. You've been in the presence of God, open to what God has to say. So just sit back and rest in God's presence. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Try it out. Find a picture that you like and use that as your hook to pray. It kind of brings you back like an anchor, doesn't it, the picture, because your mind wanders off. So find another picture and take your time. Use that to kind of stimulate your mind and your spirit. So enjoy the rest of the day, and we'll see you tomorrow for another day of Christmas. Bye now.